Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Today, me and the Persona Gamer are going to be reviewing the Pokemon anime. No, we're going to rip an asshole out of this freaking High School of the Dead. Let's do this.
Yeah, okay, so let me pull up the plot summary up here on my phone. Okay, let's see. High School of the Dead is set in present-day Japan, beginning as the world is struck by a deadly pandemic that turns humans into zombies. Yay.
Uh, Sounds like a good plot, but no.
Not at
Actually,
all.
it's not a good plot. It's an overused plot that needs to die. Everything except The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is good.
There's some okay zombie lore out there, but the story follows a group of high school students and a school nurse as they deal with the worldwide catastrophe. I can't talk. What they deal with the event known as the outbreak. As the cast tries to survive the zombie apocalypse, they must face additional threats of social collapse and form of dangerous fellow survivors and the possible decay of their own morale codes. Starting from the high school, the students escape into town where they must deal with a corrupt teacher and his students. They check their homes for survivors and pick up a little girl and a dog.
Dude,
Later, they hole
dude,
up into a
dude,
mall.
dude, 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 dude.
Huh.
There's something above your head.
Oh, yeah, no, that's my light switch.
Oh, okay.
I can remove that.
Anyway,
Yeah, there's
this is a
definitely
bad
that.
one, guys.
Also, I'm gonna make sure I include a picture here. But, so there's this one episode where this guy is using this girl's tits as, like, a rifle, as sandbags, basically. And that
Listen, guys who make anime does not need big boobs to be good. Come
true.
on.
That is a true fact. I mean,
Like, this is just sickening.
really, it's just, hey, here's some what we're gonna call visually appear. I can't talk. Visually appear. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna forget that.
Here's some visually appealing
There we
girl
go.
zombies. This should totally work with, today's teenagers. And I was on Hulu watching this, and people in the comments were asking for a sequel.
I mean, sure, it can be viewed as good, but I mean, I watch a lot of anime, and I just kind of found it blended in with the rest of the stuff
We
I just
know.
watch.
Seriously, okay, I was recommended this by a friend, and oh my god, I hate it. I didn't even bother with the manga. Is there a manga for it? I'm
I
pretty sure
have no
for all
clue
anime.
actually. Here, I can look it up or try to really quick.
Because usually when I watch an anime, I like to at least read the manga, if it's as long as it's not Dragon Ball Z or Naruto, which I'm never gonna watch Naruto. Screw Naruto. But sorry,
Huh.
fan. But seriously, I didn't even bother with the manga with this one. Come on.
Uh,
So we're gonna
yeah,
give
I
some.
think
We
it
think
had a
it's
manga.
better.
It did have a manga. It had 7 volumes.
7 volumes.
Apparently so. That's what it says right here on the wiki page.
Are you sure you're not 7 chapters?
Oh, no,
No,
it
no.
says volume 7.
Yeah, I know. That's always good.
Aye.
Uh,
So it's
should
actually
we
still
do
going.
Pokemon instead?
Only no, it's actually still going. By the way, it started in 2006 and it's ongoing.
They're doing this still?
Yeah, in the manga.
Oh. Okay, so are we gonna give some reasons we think this is bad, or are we just gonna complain about bust sizes?
Okay, let's give some actual reasons. One, the zombie outbreak is not a. It's not like a plot. It's a plot device used to make an interesting story. Take The Walking Dead for example. The characters in that. It's the story of how they survived in the zombie apocalypse, not the zombie apocalypse.
This is like okay, the zombie apocalypse. Like okay, number one, these, and this is kind of a problem with all zombie things. These are high schoolers, people our age, maybe slightly older. Let me tell you right now, we would not function in a zombie
No,
apocalypse.
we would just kind of shrivel up, cry, and die.
They would not function, and all of a sudden, they're all martial artists that can jump around zombies running down a highway to actually a pretty decent anime show. Like, it's still stuck in my head, and I haven't watched this for a very long time. But still, like, come on, I'm not asking for realism in anime or zombie stuff, but just come up with a reason. There are characters who in there you might actually be naturally talented, but not half of these guys shouldn't be able to do what they're doing.
The only character I like, and I only like him for like the beginning, is that the one like otaku guy. He takes a nail gun and uses it as an assault rifle. I like that, except then they actually get guns, which wouldn't really happen.
And also they have this one plot device. It's never used again. They use it to escape the high school that they're at, and it's basically you can move amongst the zombies as long as you don't make any noticeable noise. They use that once.
Yeah, just in the beginning. And the funny thing is, the other people ended up messing it up because the crazed teacher that talked about in the plot, him and his students are just yelling and running, and the zombies aren't really chasing after them for a while. It's kind of funny.
I will say, kind of, they did do a good job of making you hate that the crazy teacher, because I don't know his name. I don't know any of these guys' names.
I'm not even checking
There's
on the wiki.
bland kid, love interest, martial arts, nerd, and crazy teacher.
There's also nerd love interest.
Who?
Like the girl with pink hair. She's like the nerd's love interest.
Yeah.
Like, she's the daughter of the really big conglomerate that, like...
Oh, yeah. Oh, talking about forgettable characters.
I know, right? Also, something that kind of... So, in the end, I mean, not... So, in the middle is what I'm trying... In the middle, they go to this, like, safe zone, because the adults... Like, this really rich family, like, made, like, a safe zone, and they have people inside, because it's, like, a mansion. The only people to survive that, like, little place were the high schoolers themselves. Because the zombies, like, they got in, and the high schoolers were the only ones to get out, because they had a Jeep. By Jeep, it was, like, a Humvee, so...
Still, I mean, it's... Okay, I'm not going to complain too much about... it not being very realistic. It's an anime about zombies, of course.
They're not supposed to be.
It's just... Come on, I'm tired of all this stuff trying to cash in on the zombie craze, and I'm glad it's finally coming to an end.
I will have to give this credit, though. This kind of has an optimistic ending. Because, like, the last episode is... The high schoolers got away, except there would have been more adults being able to escape. But the high schoolers get away, and it's like, hey, the world is now their oyster. It's just that oyster is filled with zombies, but, stuff happens.
They can do things now, but okay.
Apparently.
It's not a good anime. Watch it. Approach with caution. I'm not saying there's nothing there to I'm not saying it's completely unenjoyable, but approach with caution. This one. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, oh, go on.
No, go ahead.
Like, okay, the zombie lore is fine. Don't really get why they have superhuman strength now that they're dead, but you know what? I'm just used to Walking Dead, so that just may be me. But the characters, mad. I completely forgot about one. The characters aren't the reason you watch the show. It's the action, which it does do decently. If you forget that they're like 16 to 17 years old and, driving and doing all that crap.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna use the term overpowered, except that probably doesn't exist in an anime. But there's this one character, and she has, like, a wooden katana. And
she uses that for most of the anime.
I know, it's like, it would break once you bashed in enough skulls. And the funny thing is, they talk about this, like, the military otaku guy, he's like, swords break if used enough, but guns, if you take care of them, they last forever. And she's like, my stick ain't gonna break.
Okay, guns versus swords.
What, in, like, a zombie apocalypse?
No, just in anything. Guns versus swords. Guns.
I would have to say guns would win that confrontation. I mean, there's some instances where a sword is just really cool, but guns win.
It's cool, but, like, seriously, okay. Stare off. You have a sword. I have a gun. Bam!
I'm dead. Ah.
You better be fast. So, okay, if you're fast enough and you can get to me and slash my head off before I fire that trigger, then I'll leave.
But that's
So,
not really going to happen.
But you're not going to be fast. You can't. I don't know. Maybe you can dodge a bullet. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, is that all we have to say?
That's about it. So, let's go through the weird process of ending this. So, thanks for watching. See ya.